Thank you.
एक मिनट हाथ दोनों प्रेसिडेंट चलाओ नहीं
आओ ना दोनों
प्रेसिडेंट
दोनों प्रेसिडेंट से बीच में आओ
सर बन दीजिए थोड़ा
मैं इनके बगल में
सही है
ओके
हमारे तो मेरा भाई
भाई हो गया ये मेरे साथ मेरा भाई है।
थैंक यू सो मच
Thank you very much. Very good.
That's your program
Yes, I'm बहुत enjoyed all the time. Yep. All right.
ठीक है ना
Oh, it is.
we are missing some people but
No, they're coming.
People matter here and there. Keep going. Yes.
नम्रता कहाँ गई वो
हाँ जी खड़ा हो
इसके बाद क्या था हमारा क्या था इसके बाद
राजीव जी आप तुरंत दोबारा में रेस्टोरेंट को दिए पूरा पूरा
खाना पड़ेगा
I'm trying my best.
Hanging in there.
Thanks for your contribution to my
Thank you.
Samodar ji, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Rajiv ji, thank you so much for coming. Ajit ji, I had to call your name and I forgot.
No, it's okay.
Rajesh ji, Dheeraj ji, ye Dheeraj ji.
All right.
We are live on our page.
Oh, we are.
Yes.
And we are live here on the Founders Day.
Yes, you have got a founder's desk. See?
Yes, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So special. This is special actually, you know, right? Very noted. And we have such a distinguished gentleman here.
You made me founder.
Yes. You are doing a great job here, especially.
Oh, you have this mic now?
Yeah. That's what I was using.
Yeah, we're not testing that.
Hello? Rajita ma'am. Okay, thank you all for the photograph. Now, hello. Are we all settling? You're the next in the line, ma'am. Can we please all settle down? Okay. It's right here. Okay, so now we're gonna have our outgoing and very own Mrs. Aparajita Mishra Jha with her speech. And can we have you over here, ma'am, before I do that?
So we took a. Hello.
Right.
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me? Thank you so much for a quick pause for a picture, and thank you so much for that. All the memories should be captured. I know a lot of people believe in an hour or so, those who have come from really far places. So, I have already spoken many times, but I will conclude with this message to ANTA community, which I have been thinking for such a long time. How should I, what should I, and when should I say this? And I think no event could be better than this event when I am surrounded by the committee, which is so capable, my loved ones, my guardians, my children, lot of volunteers. So my journey, as you all may know, started in 2017, especially that was the time when I got introduced in a formal way to ANTA. Much before that, I had come to ANTA's convention in 2010. And that was the time I was not so emotionally involved. I was one of the participants who came and saw and left around noon because it was a very long day there. And 2017 onwards, I have been very actively involved in ANTA, imparting whatever I had in me for the culture, for the language, for everything, whatever came my way. And then 2019 was when people elected me to become the president of ANTA. And within a couple of months, which was, now I have gone past that phase, but I saw the ugly side of our community, our Madhesh, where we come from, in our organization, which I'm sure in last 3 years, even Madhesh has changed significantly, but I had to deal with it. So it took me some time to gauge the situation. I did not have strategy in mind. For me, every day was a community service and I kept on doing it. I believe due to Corona, this committee had to face entirely different society altogether. We were packed inside 4 walls. We could not have gone to the picnics, to the usual events ANTA usually offer in a day, in a year time. It was a digital platform we all got, connected to. And I can tell you now, since it's been gone, that 2.5 years of our committee, what we spent Corona time doing in ANTA is now, I think, the finest work, one of the finest works any organization has ever achieved with the kind of human resource, with the kind of people we have, with the kind of financial resources we have. So it was such a fulfilling time to know the diaspora, to connect with many organizations because we were part of that digital platform. We were sharing ideas, we were coming to the webinars, we as ANTA going to other webinars, and thus the community came together. And the new team who will be taking this role upon them, the work upon them, is much cleaner, much deeper in its actuality. The actual meaning of community service is so much ingrained in today's ANTA that they don't have to face what I faced. So I'm seeing a lot of people, those who are scientists, engineers, professionals, have signed up to lead the next committee. And I'm so happy that what was thrown on this committee earlier became the tool, how we had to prove ourselves, that became the guiding light, guiding force, and that pushed us to the corner. And we kept writing, we kept fighting, we kept looking for meaning to ANTA. And the Agri diaspora, which you have heard, was living in America, but ANTA was confined to the periphery of few areas, few people's vision, which I came to know that someone from Nepal said that Nepal is not limited to just Janakpur. It is far beyond. If you say you are a Karaian organization, did you reach to Abad? In my mind, I knew Abad is Ayodhya. I did not know in Nepal because nobody told me. I'm so sorry that I was uneducated on that matter. And someone said, yes, there are all these speakers in Tarai as well. I said, are they Indians? No, ma'am, you don't know. They live in Nepal, and Nepal, that the golden era of Indians in that side of the country where Ram and Sita relationships go, that era is being, we are also part of that, and Nepal has that, existence of these speakers. And thus began a new journey to find those who those people were. And in that journey, I came to know there are hundreds of these speakers living in America. And I said, I did not know a single one. And you would be very, very happy to learn after they got attached, found a place for themselves in ANTA. They contributed immensely to ANTA. They are forgiving. They could have kept their own baggage, but I'm so happy to see so many registered members from Avdi speaking belt of Nepal. Round of applause for Shiv Mishra ji, for Rishwa Prasad Chaudhary ji, Dinesh Gupta ji, our own Pramod Shukla ji, Prem Shukla ji, and a lot of members, and they are the life members. And they have contributed over a couple of $1,000. So this has been, my journey, this committee's journey, to look for real meaning. As we were tested against the time, against norms, confinements, we kept on looking, we kept on, understanding Tarai and what we are doing here. One thing which is also very important to let everyone hear, that we tend to forget that ANTA is a registered 5013C, which means when we file for ANTA or any organization in American system, we have to abide by the rules of American organizations. That means all the rules, all the penalties, all the repercussions of your actions are in place, are as stringent as it would be in a professional organization. So that was another issue which we had to face. And I can take, our committee should take credit of doing a thorough audit of our books. And I'm so happy to let the entire ANTA community know who is watching through Facebook that our books are clean. They have been thoroughly examined by a tax professional, Mr. Santosa. Can you please stand up? Yes. So, and Mukesh Karji. So, I assure you, please be like that. No, stay like that. So I said it's a 5013C. Rajiv ji, you are NRMA treasurer. People give us donations, right? We tell them $50 दिया, $100 दिया, हम सब लॉ लीजिए, right? हम सब प्लान बना लीजिए कि कंबल बांट रहे नेपाल में. कंबल का बांट लीजिए. Receipt कहाँ से लेते हैं? Who will give you the receipt? You trust that person, जे कंबल बांट करके आके receipt दे देगा. And you assume कि receipts are here. This is what we have been investigating. And what is getting recorded, that there are some lapses here and there, some $1 or $2. So far, we have remained the cleanest committee in terms of keeping all the proofs. All the receipts are saved, and you can take the copy of that Excel sheet. You can click on it. You can see the receipt where the money is gone. Thank you so much. Team of Mukesh Karji and Santoshji. It was not easy. Every day we used to, get criticized by our own people that when the report will be ready, finally it's been ready. So this also has been a new thing. So the new committee will be knowing more about money, because anyone can report in IRS, or anyone can say that this committee has taken the money to their own pockets. Honestly, now you have to think 100 times before you take money from ANTA. If you have to take $5,000 from ANTA, you have to become the guarantor that that money had been spent towards the right cause, and because now we have proof that we go and investigate. Even after my committee has finished the tenure, which is happening today, you can search the work receipt tomorrow. So we have to be liable for all the actions we take as a responsible entity of America, and that we have taken care of. So, and one more thing we have to remember. Of course, we came to know about the IRS, the compatibility of American system, how to be compliant with due diligence. Who is your member? Who are your members? I mean, gone in past times, elections were the driving force of ANTA. If election is in horizon, you see the swell, the membership drive, and who will better know the pain of that swelling, right? Then Rajivji, NRN. Overnight there are thousands of members come, and I don't know where they go. So the new committee, please take a note. The membership drive has been unprecedented. Life membership, $100 people are paying for what? Not to listen to my lecture. They want work from you. So the kind of work what we have done, we have to continue with that. Prabhaji is listening. You have to bring more programs for the communities. Even if you have 10 kids participate, you have tried. So I think the new ANTA 2.0 ANTA, we are proudly claiming that it's a revamped organization. It has to be pro-people, pro-community. Because we are not distributing any free membership. Just, please bear in mind, कोनो मुफ्त के membership हम सब नहीं बांट रहा छी, because we need money. So the ANTA which is being transferred to Dr. Nirmala Gupta is strong ANTA, cleaner ANTA, baggage free meaning even if I had baggage, even that baggage is gone. You are starting afresh with educated people, and the future leader, I must say this and I'll wrap up. Nirmala ji, can you please stand, please. Organizations like ANTA need passionate people, and I have seen passion in her. I remember the very first webinar, I had sent her invitation to, she proudly accepted the women's empowerment webinar. Then I had said that our kids, what do we do in the summertime? ANTA members' kids should do something, because we have taken money from them. And she said, let's do some language classes. So we advertised, we needed Nepali teacher, we needed Hindi teacher, we needed Bhojpuri, Maithili, everyone. Very few responded to our request. And we started with Ms. Kashmira Saab. In this function, I would like to acknowledge even her contributions. We had about 5 months long Hindi lessons given to children. Nirmala ji was part of it. Nirmala ji has been a role model. Even I get so inspired looking at her humility and her demeanor. She's so calm. And she's, by the way, very hyper. I also came to know. She said, there's no room in Ohio, no hotel is left. Didi, if you don't book the room, there's no room. But we need, your support. I would like to have a thundering applause for Dr. Nirmala Gupta. Please, no conjusi, you need conjusi. It is so rare women trusting women, that is also a very difficult task. You know, I think ANTA became one organization where, after me, Mridulaji will be doing, and I have so much faith in your leadership, Mridulaji, that words fall short, and ANTA is in the capable hands. I'm not, and your team is capable. I'm glad all 6 founders are with you, with the team, with the renewed commitment to make ANTA the best organization in America. Our advisors will be there, and all the veterans of ANTA are your advisors. And this is it from my side, and I'm so happy to find my successor in Dr. Nutla Gupta. Can you please come? And if we fight tomorrow, forgive us. Because we will also fight sometimes. We have decided we will do. And also Dinesh Mandalji, our one-man army, Dinesh Mandalji, who recently worked with Lalitji and Chakraji on taking care of the bylaws, and he will be the senior vice president.
अभी इलेक्शन कमीशन के कमिश्नर ने डिसाइड कर दिया कि 6 प्रेसिडेंट है रिजल्ट इज नॉट क्लियर
Yes. So we will make for the yes. Thank you so much. So I mean, this is my only occasion, only time when I'm speaking. After that, I'll be retiring from my active role.
अभी डिक्लेयर कर दीजिएगा फिर मेरा काम क्या
Exactly. Thank you so much, Mithraji, and thank you everyone those who have supported this committee. And I would like to remember Navrata ji for her relentless contribution. Mukesh ji, Santosh ji, Prabhat ji, Koleshwar ji, everyone, Shiv ji, Santosh ji, I have said, Dinesh ji, thank you so much. And if I have not taken your names and you are watching me, you know what I mean here. Thank you with deep gratitude.
एक बार खड़े होकर ताली बजा देते हैं, अभी है मौका। नहीं हुआ है।
Dinesh ji, Dheeraj ji, are you? Koleshwar ji?
Thank you, ma'am. That was good. I'm glad that you didn't cry.
अभी बाकी है उसके लिए।
Yeah, we have all ready for that. Maybe she will show some emotion that she will start in some tears. We're not willing towards it, but I'm glad you didn't cry. Okay, can we have our General Secretary, Mr. D.H. Chaudhary over here? He's gonna help us with the book launch with our chief guest.
जी नमस्कार, this is D.H. Chaudhary. Like Dr. Navrata introduced me, I'm the General Secretary of ANTA, outgoing by the after 2 days. I'm here so happy to announce that ANTA has taken care of its theme that we have cultural preservation. So ANTA has been working so hard to conserve our culture in the sense that we have different languages spoken, and then we have different languages of poems, literature. There are so many books written, but we thought that okay, so if this is our motto, why don't we publish the book that comprises multiple languages which are spoken in Tarai. And for that reason, today we have a special occasion, And a special thanks goes to all our poets and then contributors who are from Nepal and then also some from the USA. I want to thank everybody who is directly or indirectly attached with this publication of the book. Today's book we have that's called Bahubhasik poem, and then I would like to invite here our chief guest, Mr. Naran Dev sir, to inaugurate that book here today. Thank you. Please give him a big applause of hands, please. जी अलगड़ा ताली थोड़ा ज़्यादा चाहिए. Thank you, Naran sir, for this opportunity. ANTA really feels proud to publish this kind of books. As you can see, the name is Bhav Prita, and it's the collection of multiple languages which are spoken in Nepal. Naran sir, please.
Thank you. I am happy to see all of you. I remember from the beginning, but today it is great happiness and seeing the old founders and new guys also, new our children also. But here, one thing I want to declare: two, three things are very important. First thing, we have to think why we do lighting. That is very important. Second thing, what that say, lightning. And other thing, what is the aim of my life? Why you came? Then that, what we have to do. And third thing is how we take care of our health. So health, what is human life? Second thing. And third thing, what about when we got the first point of the lightning? When the lightning said, it means the very deep thinking of that. That one way that interprets our soul is light. And that is because Shiv Sankta says clearly, Atma Jyoti. And we all know according to science, water mixed with water. So similarly, with the soul, merge ultimately through this light of soul. That is said in Brahma Sutra. Atma Jyoti Rupa. Next is Rasamyanusari. Brahma Sutra. After this soul, when we go to the sun rays, merge to the Paramatma. That is this another symbol. Another symbol, light is always going up. So what they indicate? If it is the man, so how man will write? First man will go Rakshas, according to our Shastra, Rakshas, then go Dev, then go to God. So rise, that is the indication. And Tamsho Ma, Virdarada Upanishad says, Tamsho Ma Jyotir, don't stay in dark, don't stay in the hell, don't stay in the trouble. Always try to find out the way, rise. For rising, we need education, and education. So that is the situation. Now, when to become our human life? In human life, we say there are 4 or 5. Everybody wants happiness, pleasure, joy. So, and happiness say, Pratham Sukh Nirogi Kaya. हमें सुख चाहिए निरोगी काया. सेकेंड सुख घर लक्ष्मी आया. थर्ड सुख शांति पाया. सुख में फिजिकल हैप्पीनेस, शांति मेंटल पीसनेस. अंतिम सुख को मोक्ष लिबरेशन. So actually human have, when you say rising, we have 4 ways. Third, earth, calm, moksha. 4 things. When we will go to all 4 things, then human life will complete. Otherwise, human life will not complete. If human life will not complete, then what will happen? What will be trouble? Because the big problem, already you know, what is the trouble in life? Janm, Jara, Vyadi, whole type of trouble. And for how long? So they say 1 lakh Jan and 84 June. It means 311 trillion years of this universe. So how we will suffer of that long time? Is there a way? Yes, there is a way. And they're saying, the fastest way is 1 lakh Jan, shortest way is 1 minute, 1 clock like that. How is that? Very strange thing, but no strange. Is there how that is? That's it. When you say, like in the Yamati Sagati, it means what is your mind in the last time of your life, that will be through there. That means Bhagavad say, Puran, like last time Azam will say Narayan, liberated. And the last time Gyani Jad Bharat thought about the hero became hero. So first thing is you have to think what will be the last time. But for dancing, music, people cannot in one time. They need practice. So every day you have to think in that way. So that is, and when we talk about the liberation, one is a lifetime liberation. In your life, that is Jnani life, like Raja told you, that is Jnani life. So in that way, there is a, you have to know who are you. So we are not body, we are not mind, we know are not intellect, we are soul. And what is the soul? No karo, Gita Aspast say, no karo tinalipati. You, this does not do anything. Soul does not do. I always liberty. You are only witness, Sakshi Nivas. Gita clearly say, you are witness. You are not the doing of anything. But if you don't believe, if you don't know, that is one thing. But if you don't, you know, but you don't, your mind says, oh, manna chahiye. If you do not say, yes, I am that soul, then there is no way. So that is the one. Now come to the community service. And there is guideline too. Vedavyas said only 2 lines, everything includes. Ashtadas Praneshu, Vyasasya Vachanam Dvayam, Paropakar Punyaya Papaya Parapika. What is Pap? What is Punya Karmani Swarma? Narkam Kar, Punya Swarma, Paropakar Garmu. Or Poland. So these are the only 2 things. Paropakar Punyaya Papaya Parapika. So for the community service, you have to do how the welfare of the community agent. As you know, first you have to care ourselves, then you are family, then you are community, then you are nation. So we have some guideline, those kinds. That gives the guideline. This is your mark, this is your map. You have to follow. If you will not follow, then you will be trouble. Otherwise, you will prevail. Because human life is very precious, and this life is better than the heaven we call Swarga. Swarga cannot be, they enjoy only one life. But here you are pain, sorrow, everything we do here. So actually, human life is very precious and more important than God is Swarga. So we, and very human life is not always. We have to utilize this life, we have to take ourselves, we have to take community, and we, God bless, we please, and God bless. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Narayan sir. I have heard him in almost every convention, how deeply he cares about spirituality. He connects soul, mind to the very moment of your being and existence, who you are, and it's really enlightening. speech or message to the community. Narayan sir, this is never a complete session. We always meet in a rush. This you can impart your knowledge more in depth. So, can I have attention, everyone? Sushil ji, imhar dekhiyo. Ratan ji. So this is the book. Bhuvan ji, this is a book. In the history of ANTA, we heard about identity, integration, empowerment. In identity meaning, you have to remember who you are, where you have come from. So we often, recite it like a, shloka. But this will be, going forward, a token to remember, token to take with you, that ANTA should be doing more of these works. So it has 10 regional languages. And this is not the actual book. The book is in the press, which will be for $20. This has 50 poets and poetesses from Tarai. And the languages are Rajbansi, Tharu, Urao, Awadhi, Angrezi, Nepali, Hindi, Maithili, Bhojpuri, Santhali. नेपाल के जत्तिक तराई में बाजे वाला लैंग्वेज है. अब हम सब पूरा नेपाल के छापा लगवे तो this will become 2000 page long and this book will not be that impactful. So this book has the greatest, finest work by these authors. And one more remarkable thing which has happened in this book, this is women-centric book. So we got a feedback that Aparajita ji, if you let the writers wander in their thoughts, they may write on corruption, they may write on dowry, they may write on mount climbing, but if you keep theme centered on the most important topic of current time, which is to talk about women, then give a topic to the writer. So this has all the poems based on women. So this is dedicated to the women of Tarai. So kindly have a thundering applause, showered on the writers, and you can take a look. But at the end of the day, we have to make some money also, Rajiv ji here. So the book is for $20. You can Venmo me directly. You can, leave a check or $20 bill. And in that $20, we will ship this is not the book. The book is in press. Because there are so many languages, we are still correcting it. But the deadline for US arrival for the book is 2nd week of June. So the book will be in your hand, sent to your address, as early as end of June. The book is only for $20, and this will be spent only for the charitable purposes. If we have to publish another book, that money will be used for that. So kindly do not hesitate to give $20 here for this. Otherwise, who will give this kind of contributions to a non-profit like this? This is the first time America has done 100% charitable endeavor while having this published. Thank you so much. Leave a $20 bill. Narayan Dev sir, thank you so much. And one volunteer has to take the address of Narayan Dev sir. Bacham Dev ji. So we already have $40 here. And the cost of this book was, I believe, $1,100. The actual book is coming. This is just a copy for you. No. You have to leave the address. You have to write Jai Mandal, California, Radio Nepal. If that takes you there.
You can get address later on.
No, I mean this process will go on because I know one of the authors, one of the poetesses is here, Miss Nasra Bano. Nasra ji is here. Nasra ji, have a round of applause for Nasra contributed in this book. Namrata ji, can I have one flower and yellow shawl to her? And Nasra ji is also one of the contributors in this book. And I have also written. Nasra ji is the president of a non-profit and Nepali. Can you say that organization's name? Nasra ji, just a few words from you.
पहिले त सबैजनालाई धेरै धेरै नमस्ते छ है अनि मलाई यहाँ बोलाएर यसरी सम्मान गरिदिनु भएकोमा धेरै नै धन्यवाद छ अन्तलाई र अपराजिताजीलाई. She gave me opportunity to publish my poem. I work for NOW. I'm a president. This is my second term in NOW. NOW is like Nepali American Organization of Ohio, based in Cleveland. I live in Cleveland with my daughter and husband. I'm working with NOW since 10 years. And it's really amazing work with NOW. It's really hard to work like as a housewife and a mother and a wife, and working voluntarily since 10 years. But I learned a lot. I learned a lot while working with NOW. And it's really nice experience as a social worker or volunteer. So thank you for inviting us here. Thank you so much. It's really nice to see you all here from Tarai. This is my first time meeting this many people from Tarai.
And you speak
I'm so
Bhojpuri?
happy.
Bhojpuri, you speak Bhojpuri.
I do.
Your husband speaks Bhojpuri.
Yeah, he speaks really well. He is right here. He is my husband, right here. And yes, I'm working here like यति दिनदेखि भोलिन्टियरी काम गरेर नाउमा 10 वर्षदेखि काम गरेकोमा म उहाँलाई पनि धेरै उहाँको सपोर्टलाई म धेरै धन्यवाद दिन्छु. Without his support, I can't be here. So, thank you so much. Thank you all. It's really nice to be here with you, and I hope we will work together with ANTA and now. Why? So, यहाँ मेरो दुईवटा छापिएको छ. त्यसमध्ये एउटा चाहिँ छ in Hindi language को. The title is ये आँखें. So, ये आँखें भी कितनी फजूल खर्ची करती हैं. ये आँखें भी कितनी फजूल खर्ची करती हैं. बिन इजाजत ही बह जाती हैं. देखे तो कई ख्वाब थे. देखे तो कई ख्वाब थे. कुछ हसरतें और कुछ बचपन की यादें जो आंखों से बह रहे थे. ये आंखें. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, both. अर्को चाहिँ रहेछ बेचैनियों का सबब. इन बेचैनियों का सबब क्या है. इन उदासियों की वजह क्या है. शायद वो लम्हे फिर याद आने लगे हैं जो जिंदगी के पन्नों में कहीं खोसे गए हैं. इन बेचैनियों का सबब क्या है. Thank you. And thank you Apna for inviting us once again. Apritida ji, she reached me and gave me that chance to publish my poem in that book. This is my first time publishing. So I hope we will work together again with ANTA. And now it will be our really big pleasure working with ANTA. And then big congratulations to new ANTA team. And best wishes, a lot of best wishes for their future terms. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So it is so exciting that we have made over $200. Damodar ji, you should also have one book. So, Bhavrita would not have been possible without a gentleman who is also an unsung hero. He's a guy who has relentlessly been assisting from Nepal with a lot of initiatives of ours have gotten his support. Mr. Amrendra Yadav, he is the person who is behind this book. So please, can we have a huge this is your hard-earned work which is getting everybody's support tonight, this morning. Amen ji is a journalist. He is currently working in the Madhes, journalist, whatever the commission, as a member in Janakpur, and his wife is the national award winner. And this is an amazing endeavor by ANTA, and I wish the future committee should continue to publish more of these sort of endeavors in any direction. So thank you so much, and I see in the room Dr. Pramod Kantji. Dr. Kant has arrived. Dr. Kant is so much mesmerized with seeing his founder friends and old timers and veterans of ANTA, and this is a monumental morning. If you see from across the Rai, you are seeing in Nepal, you are seeing in ANTA, in your homes. This is a day to remember. Dr. Kant, thank you so much for coming. And with that, I think we are, one more thing. The book, it will reach to you. I take that guarantee because I will be shipping them. So please, leave your $20 and your address. And this will go towards ANTA's cost of publishing. And if there is an excess of money, we have saved some money. I would say that, don't stop here. Publish another book like this. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The program will continue, but in the meantime, I would like to request everybody. This is a noble cause done by ANTA PhD. So I would like to request everybody, please. It's just a $20, and it's mostly going to your savings. So please sign up for the QR and we will take that book to your hands. Thank you.
Are you live?
Yes.
Because we don't have an
Yeah, let's go and take a picture.
You can come also, I'll take you guys. Why don't you take with us then? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. ठीक है. Thanks. Thank you. Welcome to the convention. छोटी वाला का मत भूलो.
Everybody.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, but we need to continue our program here. So we'd like to request everybody to be seated and we are going to move to our next program. Everybody, please. Everybody, please be seated. We need to continue.
Okay, be seated.
Everybody, please.
उसके बाद आइए देखो ये ले ले ललित जी ललित साहब
मलाई के गर्नु भइरहेछ छिटो गर्नुभयो एउटा फोटो
Okay, so background, can you
remember that?
Your background man, you know, see camera. See
It looks like, yeah, our founders are so much fun here.
Yes.
Right. Okay, so after this photo session, we would like to continue our program. And for that, Mukherjee. Oh, sorry. Mukesh, sir. Our prisoner Mukherjee. Oh, sorry, Mukesh Karji. Oh, sorry. Please, welcome. Everybody please be seated. We would like to present our prisoner report here. This program is presented.
Oh, no, you are.
I would like to invite our expert and joint prisoner because of the staff. Please.
रेखा जी हमारा फोटो लीजिए अकेले फोटो नहीं जहाँ एंटा पेज पर लाइव छी हम दर जे फेसबुक पेज छै ना वो पर लाइव केला करै छी सेवा हां सब कम्युनिटी
उनको आज है यहाँ पे तो please buy it 20% of this purchase will go to ANTA as well. Last time with the last AGM meeting where all these meetings were sold out. So if you just we really like that. So we all displayed here and the other side as well. So please consider buying it. Thank you.
हमरा बाजे ई राखो हमरा लाइव राखो May I have your kind attention just for 30 seconds and then you can do your business. The ANTA has some, obligations to keep the books safe and the activities should be, preserved. Our officers, two officers, General Secretary Mr. Dheeraj Chaudhary, Mr. Mukesh Karn, Koleshwar Prasad Chaudhary Joint Secretary, and Santosh Shah Joint Treasurer. So these things have been maintained by 4 officers, which we will be transferring all the passwords, bank accounts in the presence of the Election Commissioner Mr. Sushil Shah this evening, and it has not happened in the history of ANTA. People have not transferred their passwords. They don't, they want to control. So, these 2 gentlemen have the report. They will read. It will be slightly too much for you. You can talk, but in a lower tone, but they have to do the business part. They have to do it, because this is how, one of the rituals we do. They have to talk about the money. And I am proud to say, ANTA has never done more projects than the last 2 years. So, it is all because of these 2 gentlemen who have kept the account all synced in, what we promised, how much it went, what is the bank cost, this cost, that cost, all with Mukesh Karnji. He is also wrapping up his tenure after 5 years. So please bear with the finances, because if you are the president, Nasraji, of a non-profit, Damodarji of Kona, lot of leaders are here. We want to take a look at how we do the money management in ANTA and the secretarial work, which meaning all the intellectual properties like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, email account, all have passwords, all have obligations. It will be all transferred to the upcoming committee this evening. Over to you, Mukeshji. Mukesh Karnji came all the way from Fairfax, Virginia. This is his 2nd term. He's wrapping up as the treasurer. As we all know, he faced a lot of unprecedented headwinds in Virginia. People went to his house. We have gone through a lot. We went to bank together. Somebody stole our bank. And we were notified that money is being transferred to someone. We fought with the system because the rules for non-profit are a little bit lenient. So, things have happened, but with all those headwinds, despite of all the headwinds, we are now cruising at the safest altitude. Thank you so much. And Mukeshji, over to you.
नमस्कार सबैलाई मुकेश विगत 28 साल would say, not yesterday, but till date, yesterday. This is what I have. So I just I'm going to read that. In this last 2.5 years, and as you know, right, like ANTA registered in Texas, and that is a social charity organization. When you know, when I say child organization, we don't have any fixed income for the organization. So we generate our revenue through membership, right? That's one of our main revenue generating program that we do. And during this last 2.5 years, almost, ANTA has raised in total, including everything, all the programs that we have done, in the amount of like 74,000 plus. And 74,000 plus in like, as you can see in the pictures, I have put this small graph. We started with opening balance, and opening balance was about 18,000 something. That I have an author's report. I think you can have that one. It will be published later on in the website. And at the same time, we had expenses also, and all the money that were generated were spent on the same cause we generated the money for. And another one of our goals, right? Goal has always been reaching out to every client, Madhisi, and our wishes from Nepal residing in the United States. We have been fortunate that more community members in the process have joined ANTA. As a result, a total of 133 people, out of them 61 life members and 72 general members, either renewed or new, became a valid member of ANTA family. A membership alone revenue of $5,560. I think that is, in a way, it's a kind of record for ANTA. The Association of Nepal in America have actively launched fundraising campaigns to help people suffering from natural calamities like floods, rain, storm, which is in the past. But recent time, during this 10 years, we are more and mostly focused on COVID relief, because otherwise we are not even able to go out of the house. We are consigned into like 4 walls. So during this situation for COVID-19, we raised a lot of money, about like 35,000. And for various reasons, various programs, but mostly, it was spent on COVID-19 relief only, even though we generated those money from different programs. And in this process, for COVID-19 relief program, we helped like 12 individuals in the US with $200 each, and other various activities. And also we have reached out to affected people by COVID-19 through various programs, patterns. If to see that one, like we sent money to JWCC, and there are lots of, I have in my hand, I have the names, but through those people, we partnered and sent money for the COVID-19 relief. Dhirej Chaudhary ji, as General Secretary, he will give you more details on all the projects that we have done, all the partners we have collaborated with for helping people in Nepal and in the US for this during this COVID-19 relief. If we talk about numbers, as I said earlier, we started with 18,655, and we generated around like 74,000 as incoming money, and at the same time we have like expenses. Mostly those were sent for the same because we generated the money for. So expenses also comes to around like 71,899, roughly around 72,000 I would say. There is a difference of like 2,000, but at the same time we have some balance in our account. In our bank account we have like around 50,000 plus, and PayPal account we have 9,000 plus at the moment. So around like 24,000 plus money we have in that account at the moment. I'm leaving that one, that amount to upcoming. Usually we handle financial part by Mr. Santoshi. Actually he also helped me with all these admin reports, mostly on audit part as well. So thank you Santoshi for being with me and doing this process, and yeah, if anybody has any questions I'd like to answer. Thank you.
How much money did you get from the previous executive committee, or did you get all the funds transferred to you folks?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I said. We started with like 80,600. I mean, in number may be a little different because then also I was the one treasurer, so didn't differentiate it. But when I look at the numbers in my record, that was the number that came out. 80.
नमस्ते, हम संतोष शाह अपने स्नाइडर ऑफिस पर में एज एन ऑडिटर काम कर रहा छी। तो हमें मुकेश जी के मिलके हम सब ऑडिट प्रोसीड्यूर शुरू के लिए अकेले ओकर सब्सटेंशियल 70% सैम्पलिंग करके हम सब ऑडिट के लिए वी हैव ऑल दी डेटा, ऑल दी बैकअप्स फॉर दी एक्सपेंसेस we have done and all the incomes. So in 2021 we started with 19,000 and collected 44,000, and out of that we spent 55,000. We spent 55,000 living, 10,000 as a deficit. So and currently we have 9,000 balance in our account. We hope we will raise some funds and will cherish in this ANTA family by raising funds from member and from all other sources. So we substantially documented all the data for 2021. We hope we will go on 2020, 2019 and we will audit all those finances.
So just to clarify, Santosh ji did the audit till December of 2021. So that's not the actual number. The number which Mukesh ji has given, that we have around $25,000 to begin with, and more to come tonight. So with that hope and gratitude for two gentlemen.
That was the correct amount, but only for that time period.
Yeah, the time period. So Santosh ji is asking me to repeat one more time. The audit was done for the year of 2021 till December. The numbers which Mukesh ji has given is still today in ANTA's account, and both of them are correct. So just to clarify that kind of information, because it's there in public domain. So with that, I honestly feel that now the room is packed and we see a great turnout of all the members, community members from all over, which we were waiting for. And I know this is also, slightly going towards the lunch time. We have two speakers, but please, hold on to those speeches. Bhuvanji, but before that, General Secretary, another 5 minutes. Kindly bear with Dheeraj's report. And that's also, a tradition of ANTA in the morning, how we do. Over to you, Dheerajji, if you need time. Can I ask Bhuvanji to utilize the platform? Bhuvanji, over to you. While while Dheeraj is getting ready, Bhuvan Pokhrelji and Bakurelji, right? So sorry for the mispronunciation, but I would like you to speak and energize the room with the communities, how you are binding together, and you know why we always look up to you for your leadership.
सबैजना नमस्कार मेरो विशेष गरेर भाइ बहिनीहरूलाई म बोल्नै छु यसको लागि मलाई एकछिन I think to understand the sentiment of our young friends here, I think I should speak in English. Otherwise, many of us may not understand. So, let's only one person speak. I think that way it will be easier for us, all of us to understand. First of all, thank you for inviting me here today. I'm seeing Dr. Kamsa here. Thank you, Doctor, for being with you for the last 3.5 years. We worked several different projects with you and with your guidance. And thank you, Dr. Porel, for always guiding and supporting in various different projects that you bring in the community. And in the meantime, the longest friend from the Nepali community for me in Central Ohio is Sivji. Sivji came looking after for us. It was in 2014, Mandir, he was there, so that's how he introduced and we've been working together. So I want to do namaste to all of you together. So I want to say only 2 things, then I'll be done for the day. And again, one more thing I'm adding, whenever I see somebody talking, I have to stop. I'm sorry, I'm going to do that. So let's do only one person, because I'm seeing that one, because when the book was being inaugurated, I was watching from here, and there's so many talks been happening, and I was watching, so that was not so good. I'm sorry, I'm starting with a complaint, that was not my point, but this is something which I do all the time. So I think that one thing we should continue to keep that as a rule, that if someone is talking, I'm not talking about myself, especially when the book has been, the book was been taken out, being read out, and 90% of us were talking, including me, because I also started talking at the end, because I was blocked completely. I started talking with somebody else. That is something we should make a change. So this is aside of my 2 things. This is not something that I'll entirely talk. Anyway, when it comes to this country, this was in 2009. At that time, I think that's true for many of us here. For me and for my family, we came as a refugee. I was born in Bhutan. So for our younger friends, many of you may not know where Bhutan is. Bhutan is a very tiny, really tiny country in Southeast Asia with 46,000 square kilometers. Way smaller than Ohio. In terms of population, it has 800,000. Maybe a little more now, way less than Central Ohio. That's the population. What is the population of Central Ohio?
1.2. 2.2.
1.1 million, that's 2020 census. So 1.1 is a little more than that. So Bhutan has a population, the whole country has a population of less than 1 million. So that's the country. So in the year 1990, the government of Bhutan implemented a policy called One Nation, One People, One Language, and One Religion. Based on that policy, the government of Bhutan considered people who are living in the southern part of Bhutan anti-national, non-national, because we spoke different language, we practiced different dharma, we were different race, so that defines for the king these people were non-national. So in that process, we were forced out of the country and forced into the refugee camp, and we were at that refugee camp for 18 years in eastern Nepal, Japa and Moro. At that time, in those difficult times, Bhutan borders with India. We are forced into India from Bhutan India did not give us a place to stay. At that time, Nepal gave us a stay, and we were in refugee camp in Nepal. And always grateful for Nepal and Nepalis for all of your support. Those difficult times, Nepali and Nepal government supported us. So that always I tell this thing, that's very important. So coming to the States, now let's talk about the United States, right? We call and we know that this is the land of opportunity. I'm so happy and so proud to make that connection with Dr. Kansa, because you might have forgotten, we spoke quite a lot over the Zoom and in person. So in the beginning he told me, when we had maybe a Zoom conversation, a one-on-one also had that time. So he told that here there's no limit for what you can do. The only thing is that we should read. So he encouraged me to read. That is the limit. That if you don't read, if you don't explore, that's the limitation. Otherwise, that's not a limitation. That is come even in my life as well. Like many of us, when we came to this country, we don't know the language and the system. We came to this country, 3 of us were there, my wife, my daughter, and myself. And we came with $15 and a suitcase. Very limited knowledge, because grew up in a refugee camp, very limited. I don't want to talk about those challenges down there. And in 2019, I'm talking today, I have a house, I have a car, and I have pretty much everything that many of us we have. And also, I have 2 children going to one of the best schools in the country. And also, my daughter is not here today. Usually she comes and speaks in the public forum, she does quite a lot. And she also got a scholarship and going to one of the top 10 schools in the country, in a private school in Iowa. What more you can think for this country? And also, many of us, I think we're citizens, many of us may not be, I don't want to talk about status because very different status for a lot of us, right? Also become a citizen, and in 2019, I decided to run for public office. And I won. I'm a city council member today. I'm telling this thing for a reason. Many of us in the audience, especially our young children, young friends I call it, not even children, young friends, you have possibilities. You should always think that we are here to contribute to this country. We are not the one who are taking away from this country. We are the job maker. We are the possibilities, and we can do, because this is a land of opportunity. The baseline, again going to Dr. Kansa, you got to read. If you don't read, then you will waste your life. Because if you go out in the community, you see there are many people who are in the process of, are declining in the process of their life by substance abuse disorder, domestic violence, and even then all those things. Why that happens? Because of 2 things. One is when we forget our root, because the things came here, right? When we forget our root, when we forget where we came from, that means we get stuck indulged in all those kind of things. The baseline is that what you're doing there. I don't know much of the history of the Tarai in Nepal, because first I was in Bhutan, then into the refugee camp. I have no clue what is that. Then getting back, I went to India for my further studies, and I came back straight to the United States. I have very limited knowledge. Sorry about my ignorance. I don't know about that. I'm serious. I'm just telling the blank what I know, right? What I like here is we're talking about the root. I think that is the key. Many times we don't want to tell. So with one more thing, I'm going to conclude this. In my thing, for me, the most important thing, I kept this card. The most important thing for me is my root is my dharma. I was forced, my parents were forced out of my country because of my dharma. So that's the baseline. Wherever I go, whatever I'll become, I've not done achieve, even if I achieve, even in this life or second life, that is my thing. My dharma is the best line. Whatever I will do that one. I'm so proud with Ajit Kumar Shahji, right here, he gave me the card, that he has done significant work to protect our roots, his root, our root, all of our roots. So this is one thing that we should do. And now, as we are doing, let's do what the talk means. He has all these arts here in front of us. I think if we really want to do, to protect our root, all of us in the audience, including me, which I'm going to do, buy these things. So that is the way to support this work. I will continue to do this work. And with that, I would like to conclude here. Thank you.
Dheeraj ji, can you go ahead with Damodar ji? Can you invite Dr. Damod Podel, sir?
Sure. All right. Thank you, sir. Well, our next guest is Dr. Damod Podel, sir. Our president, Mrs. President Haji, has already introduced him, so I don't think there is any more. We need any more introduction for Dr. Podel, sir. But I would like to request Dr. Podel, sir, to come over here and then please put your voice over here.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Aprijita ji, the president and the upcoming president. Congratulations. Yeah. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to speak few words here. Basically, can you hear me? Okay. Yeah. A lot of you probably you don't know that I'm also not the founder, but I have been with ANTA for a long, long time. I was the life member of ANTA in 2006, I guess, right? Around that time. So I have been with ANTA and it's good days, bad days, up, down, this and that. So I know all the history, what's going on. And I consider myself as one of the integral part of ANTA, and I am. A lot of you might not know that my wife is from Tarai too. So 50% I'm Tarai. Okay. No, I'm 100%. My wife tells me that I'm 100% Tarai. That's what she tells me. Anyway, and for last 2 years, I have seen some turbulence in the ANTA, but it was in the hand of an iron lady. She basically is an iron lady. I have been talking to Aprijita ji regularly for last 2 years. She had like lots of ups and downs and all this and that. If it was anybody else in this room, I'm not like saying in the bad way or something like that. Anybody in this room who had to go through that, they would have been broken down or probably, okay, I'm done, I'm gone. I'll just leave this thing and I will not continue taking care of ANTA. But this lady went above and beyond and saved the organization, basically. She saved the organization. And now, the biggest testament of that is, I can tell you that I can see all the founders here, all of them are my friends. Ratanji, it's so nice to see you. It's been a while. Ratanji, Jayji is here. Didi, Annapurna Didi is here. Probably she doesn't remember me, but I know you very well. And Pramod Dai is my mentor and guide. As when he was saying, if I have any issue or anything, if I have to get advice, it's Pramod Dai. Mukesh ji, he's like my brother from another mother. And in his house, I have a room for myself. So I have like Moyani in his house, okay? I can go and live there anytime. And all the, founders are here. But anyway, I don't want to go to the back history and all that. I wish all the good luck for Mridula. And took over ANTA. It was not like that. She had very top plate in her hand. But Mridula ji, it will be much easier. All of us, we are with her, so we'll try to do the betterment for our community and whatever we can do for our young generation. Will do our best, and thank you for inviting me, and thank you very much again. And another thing, last but not the least, in Nepali organization in US, I have seen that there are very few women in leadership. And ANTA is the one organization, they are handing over the leadership from one woman to another. So they are doing the thing, not just talking. And I can see another emerging leader, Namrata ji, I can see her there. So, there are lots of women leaders in ANTA. And all of us, we know that in Tarai, you know, it's really different, but getting all those Tarai women in the leadership, that makes me, okay. Anyway, thank you so much.
No, stay here. Please, hold on, sir. I'm not here to let you, you know. So, can someone take the video? Rajesh. So, the award ceremony will be happening this evening in the cultural segment of this event, but few people will not come back for that part of the event, and one of them is Dr. Bordel. So why we are honoring with ANTA Honor Award, basically this award is for someone who is outside of Madhesi origin. So that basically is a very divisive thing. But when the award committee had to think about it, we knew about so much of his work already, and it was such an easy pick for all of us that who that person would be, who we think, regardless of which part of Nepal or world you come from, he has done for the humanity. It's very important to know when in the thick of the pandemic, when the rest of the world was getting access to the vaccines because of the diplomatic ties and their reach in White House, Nepal was somewhere in the corner. And we, in the second wave, when we were hearing every day, people are dying, things like that, this gentleman contacted a lot of people, along with Rajivji and I, and all sorts of people came along. But I know that Damodarji was instrumental in letting that flight take off to the needy, for the needy, and by the lovers of humanity, and none other than Dr. Damodar Bordel. So we acknowledge.
Let me add one thing on that. Yeah, whatever the help we got from the policy level, from Ohio Senator Sherrod Brown, actually, Puanji, can you please stand up? All the credit goes to him. So let me tell you some story. When he and we got connected, he is the one. We talked to Senator Brown's office. Then Senator Brown himself talked to Secretary of State, I forgot his name, and Senator Brown also talked to President Biden about Nepal's thing, and he wanted to put Nepal's name on the top of the list. So thank you so much for whatever you have done for Nepal and vaccine.
And who will give this award to Dr. Bordel? And we are thinking, and we have Dr. Pramod Kant to come here and honor Dr. Damodar Bordel for his amazing community services. And as you know, Dr. Pramod Kant is one of the founders and a very towering personality because of his academic strengths and what he has done for ANTA. I've seen his countless, contributions. When I quantify here, I mean literally, physically, he has done a lot of things. So, we are immensely grateful to your presence, sir, and also, to acknowledge his contributions to ANTA. Thank you so much. So I have been told by the hosts that the food is ready, but
donated $200 to ANTA already.
He has?
Yes.
So I heard $500 coming from Dr. Damodar Bordel.
200.
And because of the inflation, how will you guys Because of the inflation, I spent more than $300 on gas. So please, be mindful that if you are donating 10, please donate 20. 100, make it 200. 2 to 400. Exponentially, it should go up. So thank you so much. And one last business, and let's not make it a boring, convention. Dheerajji, we have to understand, working for this, all go from him. He is the person who, writes the email, reminds the members, your membership is expired. Dheerajji is that person. And he is been the caretaker of the website, the password is with him, we'll take that password back from him tonight. So, welcoming our own, very own, most dedicated, if I had an award, I would have given him. Thank you so much, Dheerajji. and the Joint Secretary Kodeshwarji for their amazing teamwork. This is the teamwork you have read in the book. You should see them together. Thank you.
Thank you. Our own president, Mrs. Aprajita Sarji. It's not full, yes. Yeah. Anyway, so good afternoon again. It's time for lunch, but we won't take much time. It's the General Secretary report here. Again, this is Dheeraj Chaudhary, the outgoing General Secretary. It's very sad to say that, right?
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, it's true. I'm outgoing General Secretary, and then you guys have to welcome our new upcoming General Secretary, Solicitor Chaudhary.
No announcement.
Well, before I start General Secretary report, I would like to request our Joint Secretary for this term to go first, and then I'll continue after him.
Thank you so much everyone for the reading. Actually मैं 30 सेकंड लूँगा क्योंकि अभी बहुत बाकी है. तो मैं तोलिस प्रसाद चौधरी. I'm here in Columbus since 5-6 years, and before I moved here, I was from North Carolina. So I want to select one thing only that Brother mentioned earlier. I think can really explain that part, because there is not only like East of Nepal, there is the middle and other side of also. So I'm the one example, and sure that another example from our Nepal was introduced. And I came to know about it. I have been like 6-7 years ago, but came to become part of the ANTA like I would say a year and a half years ago. And since I came to know, second time I became a life member and then went to involved. Not only the ANTA, wherever local events from Nepal, I heard, I came, I involved and participate everything. Like suppose Columbus local community, right? When I came to 2017 to us meeting, I heard, I not know naturally all the time. So all employees need not. I'm like right before I maybe 10 guys over in Columbus. Some may be Indian, some may be like Gujarati, Nepal, Kona. Even I'm the like one of the part member of the Kona, also like with Zavodai. He's the president of Kona. I'm also like a CSM member. I'm the vice president of Kona too. So what I'm trying to say is, in the summary, as we came from Nepal, as like our Bharat said, we never forget our roots. Doesn't matter who belongs, doesn't matter who's part of whose level you are in organizations. As much as we can, be involved. Like one thing I want to say, like what I'm seeing here, I've seen like all like more than 50% of parents come from outside of Columbus. The span I'm visiting me, of locals, I have seen hardly here. And maybe it's our fault. We maybe improve next time a little more different way. Maybe because we did program in two parts, one in the morning and the evening, and some folks are different, right? So we will be remote coming in the evening. So we will try differently so that we can welcome everyone. But just I want to say like that, if we can, please join our program. We should connect our roots in USA, because you know, here our mama, mommy, uncle, auntie, koi baat puja. So never forget that, and now say you must. I just want to give to Dheeraj, because it is a translated report. Provide self, I'll be here all the time. Not only this ANTA, but any other organizations from Nepal. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for coming, everyone. We'll continue for next. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Alisa. Okay. Sorry, this is just a technical things here. Well, I'm technical person, but yeah.
Just refresh the page, probably.
Alright, so I'll go with this one first. Alright, good afternoon everybody. This is Dheeraj Chaudhary again, and the General Secretary for now. Well, this time I have changed a little bit a different way to present my slides here. You can see that I have made very few slides. The reason is we have souvenir. Souvenir is our backbone for the convention. Every project, every announcement or even with the fundraising things that we use our souvenir. So souvenir is the backbone here for today. So if you are missing anything, please go with the souvenir. You will find those information over there. So first I wanna welcome you all in this ANTA 6th General Convention here at Columbus, Ohio. This is my first time here, but I see the exciting project here. I mean, this room is not so big, but even, for this room, the mass we have here, that's a big. So I would like to appreciate here the local, our ANTA Convention Organizing Committee, Dr. Mridula Didi, Kalista Ji, Shivaji, and whoever, all the volunteers, they are assisting us. Thank you all for helping us to make this convention successful. The second thing I want to just present here, the last time I'm going to introduce you with our Central Executive Committee of 2020 and 2021 term. This is our tenure. So as you can see, the beautiful smiles and the pictures here. Our President, Mrs. Aprijita Jhaji. She is still our President, and then I have worked with her in 2 tenures, and then I can say that the next ANTA from tomorrow, who is going to take over, that's in good hand. Mrs. Aprijita Ji has done so things that we will miss always. From personal time to organizational time, everywhere, whenever I need to ask anything about email, about fundraising, or anything about our president is always there. So I would like to request you to give her a big hands for her contributions in ANTA. Hopefully, we are not going to get another president like her. That's my belief. The second one, you can see here, Shivaji, Randeep our one, Prabhat wherever there is morning, there is always Prabhat. That we have to remember. So, and Neta is always proud of you, Prabhat. Alright, there are one ugly picture there too. You can see that the General Secretary, that says Dheeraj Chaudhary, that's me here. There is Mukesh Kanji. This is our team here, Santulji, Rubidev, Dr. Navrata, where are you?
She's
Okay, so you are just hiding here, but it's not time to hide. You have to just come in front of us and then show your face. Dr. Navrata is our spokesperson, and she has done her job very brilliantly, and there is no words for her work. She's tremendously very well in her job as a spokesperson, and I wish you for your another role in the upcoming team too. So there are others team here. So I just want to, because why I'm showing you this one, because this is the team who has made today's ANTAs. I don't say that the whole ANTAs, but I would say today's ANTA, and due to this, we are going to get another 2.0 ANTA from tomorrow. I want to show a little bit here the ANTA family. I would, whenever I write email, I would just say ANTA family. I don't say ANTA friends. I don't say ANTA members. Those kind of things. Those are fine, but I would say ANTA family. Because this is the family where all the Tarayans throughout the world, Nepal, USA, wherever you are, they come under this umbrella. And that's why I want to say ANTA is a family, not one single person. Always a family. So you can see that here, live members, general members, this is just the number I have got from the recent records that we have. I'm very happy here to see the increasing number of live members here. When I started, there were more kind of general members. Now I see that those general members are a little bit getting expired. But we are happy to announce that there are more live members. That means there is more attachment to ANTA than any other things. So this is a good and inspiring work, especially our Dr. Gupta Didi. The next thing here, I want to talk a little bit about projects. Though we already have mentioned, the projects we have done in our tenure in the Soviet year. But the things are here too. When we started our tenure here, we all know that there was pandemic, right? And still we are suffering with that. But the thing is, we made that pandemic not our weakness. We made that as our strength. And then we as a team work to fight with that COVID-19 pandemic. You don't believe me, but this is reality that we have worked almost 50,000, that's called 50,000, 50K, almost 50K we have spent in our COVID-19 and the programs. And believe me, this is just in our tenure, just in 2.5 years. And they are still coming more and more. About the COVID-19, we have groundwork done. Groundwork. We have food supply, we have medical supply, we work with the doctors, we work with the volunteers to make how we can help our own community here. So the first thing we started from USA. So when we heard that this COVID-19 is getting bad, then we thought there are so many students, so many people who are suffering from community and they are losing their job. So the first time we did that, we had 12. So we had 12 those people who are in need of support. So we identified 12 people who are the USA and then we provided each of them $200 just to help them. I know this is not a big amount, but still we just initiated our initiative work here in USA. And after that, we have so many work in Nepal, from food distributions, Bara, Mahodari, Kapil Bastu, Bhairawa, Lungwini, everywhere. Everywhere in Nepal, wherever our resources are there, wherever our volunteers are there. And I want to thank those volunteers who tirelessly work for us. It's not the only field work we work on, it's the seminar platform. We have added about 30 to 35 webinars related with COVID-19. And we believe that that webinar helped a lot to our community, to our ANTA family. There was doctors, there was educators, there was professors, there was health professionals, nurses, everywhere, wherever we got that, contact, we just contacted them and we told them that, hey, can you come to our platform and then just put some words to our community so they can be aware of the COVID-19. So this is just the beginning. We have to do a lot of things. We have done so many programs in western region of Nepal, eastern region, Midwest, in the middle of Nepal, so many areas. It includes all from east to west. The next thing, I would just like to discuss about our motto. See, in the chapters, we have 5 chapters formed in our tenure. That is the Midwest chapter, led by Deepak Yadavji, North Carolina chapter. That is the Sokanand California chapter, Mr. Samli Saji, and then Illinois chapter by Mr. Sanjay Singh, and then Kansas, Missouri chapter, which is led by Mr. Basan Chaudhary. So our aim is just to help our family, ANTA family, in whatever capacity we have. We have limited resources, but we have used that limited resources as the strength to help our community. The last thing, I want to talk about the ANTA theme. Integration, empowerment. You have seen here in our community, they are representing from Western Nepal. So our purpose is just to make it integration, just to make it a team which is belonging from all over Nepal. It's not just from the east or just not from the mayor of Nepal. So we are just making that in equal representation of all the Tarayans living in Nepal and USA. The last thing we have ANTA chapters that we need to work on a little bit more. Dr. Mirula Didi, I would like to request, though we have worked a lot in chapters formation, but still we have to work much more on that chapter formation. That please note of it. But the thing is, in our tenure, whatever the resources we have, we utilize that, and then we make another ANTA, that is ANTA 2.0, which is going to be led by, you all know, right? Well, so it's a emotional moment now that we are leaving behind executive committee, but I'm always there for you coming CC. I'm going to be there. I'm not going to be hide anywhere. So please count me in, always there. And then again, thank you. Just note that this is your home, this is your family. Whichever organization you are, always remember that we all are working for our community, and that we have to note down. And this is called your Together for Tomorrow. You have to be here in one cause. Just be together, and that's going to be tomorrow. Thank you.
So, to wrap up what he has just presented, Dheeraj Chaudhary ji is technically the backbone of the organization. I can call him, he is the structure. We all laid the very foundation and managed the organization successfully for 2 years, uninterrupted. Mr. Dheeraj Chaudhary is dry, honest, is so principle-based human being that no matter what, he kept hold of assets close to his heart, and whatever headwinds we faced together. Our website, our precious assets on social media, he kept it intact. So he cannot bring everything to you, but he, in a nutshell, I can say that he is the man who was left hand, right hand call for me. So can we have a huge round of applause for Mr. Dheeraj Chaudhary? And now the food is ready, and we take a break here, and we will be back with exciting things. So this is what we did in the morning. We tried to know the community. Now you all know who we are, and now kindly extend your business cards, take phone numbers, and get connected on social media, Facebook, and we will be back to do more business here. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hi Arya. Hi. Hi Prabhat ji.
इसका इंट्रोडक्शन नहीं हुआ बड़ी वाली का उनका इंट्रोडक्शन नहीं हुआ
किनका
बेटी का आपकी बड़ी वाली का
मेरा बच्चा
कहाँ है वो
गई उसको बाद में रश्मि जी खाना केहन छै
बहुत नहीं
गोपाल जी प्रीति जी कन्या
संदीप जी कन्या
कृष्ण जी खाना खेलिए लाइन में छी थैंक यू सो मच मजा जी खाना खेलिए नशा जी खाना खाई जी आज रे आहा आहा
Changing colors.
आहा चेंजिंग
ये बड़ा सुशील नाम नहीं कर सकते ने लेकिन छतिन सुशील आदमी
नाम बदल दे बात
एकदम मैच्योर ऐसे you know बुधियार you know
बुधियार में थे
Just like staying here.
How is the food? How is the? Do you like it? Good. Hi Susma. How is the food?
It's delicious.
You are not eating?
Food is excellent.
is not coming back in the evening.
This is very bad. Once you receive ANTA Honor Award, you have to come back.
I'll try, but yeah.
We have to.
Yeah.
We have to dance. मुकेश जी खाना केहन छे?
very nice
संदीप जी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. I only hear great things. राजीव जी, भुवन जी, ANTA community, say hi.
Hello.
Hi. जय जी खाना खिलाओ. कहूँ किस कहियो?
Guys, we are missing you, and this is a place you come and network and know so many new friends.
Yes.
It's an amazing time.
Yes. What is that? Hajur ko namaskar. Namaskar. How is everyone doing here? Prisha, I call you next ANTA president. Shreya, Chanda, संतोष जी खाना दियो हम सब. विद्यानंद जी खाना में दम छे.
बहुत दम
छे. आगे नीक लागल. अच्छा. Riddhi, are you enjoying the food?
Yeah.
And the little one, I forgot your name. Arya. Did you know my daughter is Arya too? I will introduce her with you. She's 22 years old.
Emotional abuse just
Namrata. Hello. ठीक है ना किसके नहीं के रहा interesting. The wall of fame. दिनेश जी, how is the food? खाना कैसा है? खाना खाए?
Therefore, you got the aim where you should came.
I finished.
Finished?
Delicious.
Really?
Yeah.
Go for another round.
I will.
Sushant? More food?
I'll go for 3 rounds.
Of course. We ordered for 100+ people.